Hey everyone, this is Scott Leroy coming in for another weekly tip, and today's tip is on security awareness and any phishing attempts that may be going on. So there's obviously been a lot of phishing emails that have been going out recently. You probably have also received a bunch of phishing texts that have gone out as well too. Not just on obviously the real estate side, but just in general coming from a plethora of different avenues. But if you do happen to receive a phishing email, and something occurs and you feel like your account may have been hacked or anything of that sort, there's a couple things you can do. Now, we're just going to focus on some of the different items on here to make sure you're good to go. But once again, there's obviously a bunch of other locations you may want to sign into to change, the logins or to add inside two-step verification as well, just to help out. So first and foremost, if you click on a link or anything of that sort, or you see something coming through, just a reminder, in most cases, especially in this case, you should never receive an email where it's going to ask you for credit card information. All right, that is a big no-no right away. All right, and also the other big thing I'll talk about in a second is making sure that when you're looking at the email, you see that it is a legitimate sender and not someone masking their name over a fake email address. We're going to talk about that in a second as well too. So if you're on command, first and foremost, one thing I would highly suggest, just double check, because I've seen this happening a couple times where someone has gotten into the account and removed all of the, contact information on here. So if that occurs, please make sure that it's all, available for you. If not, under your name, you can go to settings, and under command settings, you can go to contacts, and then right over here under contact archive, you can see all your archive contacts to select them and then restore them right away. You can view up to 50 at a time to restore these immediately. All right, so I have seen that happen, so I just want to show you where you want to double check your contacts and make sure that if there are any that are archived, that you restore them right away. The other big item is under your name on here. If you do feel like your account has been compromised, under the My Profile section, you can select My KW, and this will show you right away your recovery email, so make sure that is a legitimate email you have access to. And then, of course, the ability to go through and reset your password. You want to make sure you reset that as quick as possible, so that way you have a new one. Now, the password will need to be between 8 and 20 characters. Sorry, my apologies, 12 and 20 characters. And I would highly suggest utilizing a password like this from LastPass. I'll put this inside the description, where you can grab a computer-generated one on here. So that way you can make it where, hey, it's up to 20 characters on here, and it's going to be something that you can utilize. So that way you can add inside numbers, symbols, lowercase, uppercase, and that way you can copy this and move this over, and then save this, obviously, in a password locker, or if you're utilizing your phone to save all your passwords, obviously inside the password locker that maybe you have on your iPhone or so, whatever it may be on there to help out. So that's a simple way just to change the command login and password. The other big one is on your KW.com email, or even just any Gmail account you might be utilizing. If you think your Gmail account has been, attacked or anything of that sort, or taken over, whatever it may be, first and foremost, if you receive an email, so I sent over a test one that says check if this is a spam email, so I'm going to click on this. A couple things I would highly suggest. One, double check who it's sending from and make sure it's legitimate. So in this case, I can see on here, the name actually matches the email address on here. It's not a funky email. And if there are any links inside here, you can always hover over it. Never click on it, but if you hover over it, you can view it at the bottom left down here to see if that is a legitimate link for you to click on. So in this case, it is a legitimate link, but if someone has a link on here, you can always check to see where that is going, and you can access that right away. All right, so don't click on it, otherwise they might be able to get your information before you see if it is actually going where you want to go. All right, and in most cases, if they're trying to get into your account or anything of that sort, this is a big no-no on here to click. All right, so those are two big things to take a look at. One, the name that's on here, obviously they'll typically try to mask something that is, legitimate, but then they'll put a fake email address on here. And then they'll have a link inside here too that is going to a fake location where they can grab information. So in this case, as you can see, it's going over to scottleroymarketing.com. That's fine. This is perfect. All right, but if it's going to a weird location, you want to avoid clicking on that at all costs. Now, the other big thing that might happen is if you aren't noticing anything that's occurring inside your email, two things that may occur. One, under your settings, if you click the gear icon and go to see all settings, first and foremost, you can scroll down to the bottom to see, one, did they put on any type of vacation responder on here? So if they did put a vacation responder on here, great. Then you want to turn that off immediately because it's not great. You want to make sure that's not going out on your behalf. And then also, did they set up a forwarding? Is there a forward set up on here where it's going over to another email or anything of that sort? So in this case, we definitely want to make sure that that is turned off unless it's going to a legitimate email, once again, that you've set up for it. And if they set up the forwarding, they more than likely set up a filter on here to delete any of your emails that are coming in and to automatically forward it over to this other email, or to automatically trash it. So you want to double check your filters to make sure that is all clear and only the filters you have set up are on here right away. Now, another big method to make sure that you are secure is under your Google account. So if you click on your name or your headshot at the top right, you can go into your account. This is where you're going to have your security section. You can set up two-step verification. You can add inside back office items to make sure that whenever you're signing in, it's going to send a code over yourself, or you can have backup codes, whatever it might be, to make sure your account is protected. All right, so I've got 2 different phone numbers on my account to make sure I'm protected, so I'm all good to go. All right, so those are a few things that you can do right now in case you feel like you might have been attacked in a phishing scam, or if you just want to make sure that you are fully safe and you just want to take preventative measures right away. So there you go. All right, so that is your quick phishing scam tip for the day.